This is Horseshoe Bend, and in a couple hours I'll be kayaking below on the Colorado River. I'd say it's at least 100 right now. But the water's super cold. I think the water's maybe only around 40 degrees. And I guess it stays pretty consistent all year round at that temperature. So if I get too hot, I'll take a dip. They say you can drink out of the Colorado, but they recommend boiling it and filtering it, and even after that they say it still has kind of like a sulfur taste to it, so I'm not gonna bother. You don't have to worry about carrying weight as much in a kayak as you do hiking, so I thought might as well bring as much water as I need. I think I brought about almost 5 liters, so I should be good. I think I might take a dip in the water just to cool off and then rest for a while till supper. That was kayak camping on the Colorado River in Horseshoe Bend. There's a ton of really neat stuff to do near Page, Arizona. One of them being Horseshoe Bend, which is just this crazy view of the Colorado River from up above, where you can see what looks like a horseshoe of the river going around these rocks in the canyon. It's a super touristy spot, but I knew I had to see it because it's just such an incredible view. While I was up there, I thought it would be really neat to actually go on the river, and sure enough, there were kayak rental companies that would take you upstream and then you got to kayak down. And when I saw people were down there kayak camping, I knew I had to give it a shot. So I booked a last minute trip and went down the next day, but not before getting up at sunrise for those clips that you saw at the beginning of the video. So about an hour south of Page is where the kayak companies start on the Colorado River. From there, you take about a 35-minute pontoon boat ride, which takes you, the kayak, your gear, upriver to the bottom of the Glen Canyon Dam. From there, it's about 15 miles back, and somewhere in between at around 8 miles is the Horseshoe Bend campsite. There's actually multiple campsites along the way, but I just really wanted to stay at Horseshoe Bend as it's pretty neat to be able to see up top where you were following day. So I went there and it wasn't too busy, so it worked out well. When they dropped me off upriver near the dam, I was actually making really good time as I was going with the current down the river. I did probably 6 or 7 miles that day, and it only took me maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was a super hot day on the water, and it's even hotter down in the canyon. I think it was around 100 Fahrenheit all day, and I think it maybe only went down to the low to mid 90s Fahrenheit at night, so it was a really hot night. But in contrast to the hot weather, the river actually stays a pretty consistent 40-45 degrees Fahrenheit, so pretty chilly, but it was really nice to cool off. Once I got to camp, I made sure that my tent was set up securely to the ground, as there were these crazy gusts of wind that would come through the canyon, and while I was setting up, I actually almost lost my tent as the wind started to blow it away. So I set it up, and then I had a little rest, and then I got supper ready. This was probably one of the most unique campsites that I ever stayed in, as you're just in the bottom of this canyon, and all it is this red and orange rock that goes up what seems like hundreds of feet, and you're just beside this calm river all night. The skies that night were super clear too, and eventually the moon made it over the canyon walls, and it lit up the whole campsite. This was a super fun trip, and I considered it a bucket list item. I would 100% do it again, as it was so much fun. If you like this video, maybe check out my previous videos. I've done a couple now. I do lots of hiking and camping, and I think I'll do more kayaking videos in the future. So make sure you get subscribed and stay tuned for more videos. I plan to release a new video every week or so, and I've got a couple in the works right now. So thanks for watching.